Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, coming to you with another One Piece video, and in today's One Piece video, I have for you my ST26 ready Monkey D. Luffy deck profile. Now, this is my personal take on what I think Purple Black Luffy should look like going into OP11 with the structure decks, because I personally think this is going to be one of the best decks going forward because of its ability is just that good in my opinion. The fact that this can increase all of your characters by one cost, and also if you lose 2 or more Don, you get 1 rested and 1 active back, just means that you're always going to have 1 active Dom to go ahead and swing 6k into the purple blue Luffy leader, and also go ahead and have bigger swings for every other leader, while also having additional resources to use stuff like Gum Gum Giant and go ahead and have cards on the board to go ahead and utilize in other ways as well. And I personally think this leader is just absolutely insane because of the support it got in the structure deck, being that it got an additional ramp card, which is something the deck actually really needed, and also the ability to go ahead and become 7k leader every single turn. So in my opinion, this leader is absolutely insane going forward. I really do like this leader, and I think it's one of the better choices going in to OP11 and the new structure deck format that we're going to have that the OCG never had. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this deck profile to show you guys what I personally think you should be playing in this deck. So starting off, we're playing ramp cards such as the 4 Roanoa Zoro, put 1 or more Don back, gain 1 as active. Absolutely insane just for the fact that you get to go ahead and, well, get 2 active Don to go ahead and swing 7k into your opponent's leader, or play a 1 cost or utilize it however you want, right? Absolutely insane. And then we have alongside it the Nico Robin, which does the exact same thing, but on top of that, she is also a 2k counter. Being a 2k counter and also having the ability to ramp is just absolutely insane, and I think it was one of the better buffs that this got from the structure deck. So really strong card Nico Robin is. Then we go on to 4 Black Maria, which is the weirdest ramp in the deck, because Black Maria is an unconventional ramp, because essentially what you do is if you go first, and this only works if you go first, you go ahead and play her on turn 2, look at your opponent's 2 Don, go up to 8 Don with her ability, and then you go ahead and go to your end step, neg until you hit 2 Don, and then your leader ability will trigger to go ahead and give you 2 Don back, essentially putting you on 4 Don, ramping you 1 Don. Now, this is the more obscure ramp in the deck, because obviously you do have to go ahead and gain it and then lose it at the end of the turn. You can't utilize the 1 Don that you would get from it. But for free Don, and to gain a body to also gain Don every single turn to go ahead and keep ramping, it's a very good card overall in the longer game. And if you're negging higher amounts of Don, this card will come up more often as well, especially in the later game where you're playing like multiple Frankies to go ahead and try to have that Don curve very well and also draw cards, or if you're playing stuff like Sanji and you need to get rid of that additional Don for some reason, or just in general if you're playing like the 9 cost Kaido that goes ahead and negs 5, this can go ahead and give you that Don back as well, which is very nice. So Black Maria is an obscure ramp in the deck, but she does have other utilities as well if you do start negging more Don than intended. So yeah, those are all the ramps we play. Obviously, like, there's 12 ramp cards in the deck. You can potentially play more. You can play stuff like Gear 2 if you want, but I tried to not play that because I felt like the 1 Don would have been always used for Giant anyway. So yeah, chose not to play it, but that's the ramp cards that we're playing. Going on to more consistency-based cards, we're playing 4 Trafalgar Law. Look at the top 4, add a Straw Hat Heart Pirates to your hand. This is just very nice, just being able to, on turn 1, drop this, add a Straw Hat, keeping you consistency and giving you a body. And also with that 1 Don you're getting every single turn back from your leader, this card can also be played every single turn as well. So consistent searches, consistent utility, the card is nice, and it's a 1k. And then on top of that, we're also playing 3 Roanoa Zoro, and the reason behind this is basically he doesn't have counter, and we're already running a very high counter count in the deck, and because of the amount of high bodies that we're already playing, I felt like playing 3 was better than obviously playing 4. And the fact that this card can only search purple Straw Hats on top of that, meaning that we can't search something like the Black Sanji, which I am also playing, means that I felt like this was not as important as the lore. Now, you can obviously change it where you play 4 of this and then play 3 of the lore instead, and then we also go ahead and play 4 Frankie He's a blocker that says go ahead and neg 2, which is basically neg nothing with our leader's ability, trash 1 card, and then draw 2 cards. So he gets rid of those big clunky cards out of our hand, allowing us to cycle and draw an additional card, which is obviously very, very nice when it comes to something like this being a blocker. And he can also swing, which I think gives him the edge on the Nami blocker that we also did have in the purple structure deck. So that's why we play 4 of him. And those are all of the consistency based cards with the Zoro and the Law to search and draw us cards to give us a little more consistency in the deck. Going into the higher costing cards though, we are playing 3 of the Sanji. This Sanji is just very good. It's a great turn free play where if your opponent's played something like, I don't know, a Kuzan or a 5 cost that you want to get rid of or anything along those lines, you go ahead and put 1 Don on your leader. If you're on 6 Don, go ahead and drop the Sanji, remove the character, have a 6k body for yourself. He's just very, very good utility, and he's only searchable with Law, which is the main reason why we're not playing 4 Zorojuro over 4 Law. And we are playing 3 of the new Monkey D. Luffy that says on play / when attacking, -2 Don. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Don on their field, your Straw Hat type leader base power becomes 7k until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this card is just absolutely insane and really does make the deck that much better. And the reason we're only playing 3 and not 4 is basically we have enough consistency in the deck with the Zorojuros and the Lord to search it already that I felt like playing 4 of it would be overkill, and seeing as its ability only works to put it to 7k and doesn't boost it by 2k, multiple ain't gonna help you. But this card is absolutely insane in this deck just because for 2 Don, which is no Don essentially because your leader gives you it back and gives you an active Don back, you get to go to 7k every single turn, making it easier to counter, making it easier to survive. Overall, this card is just a very, very strong card, and I personally really do love it. So I am playing this card at 3, and I feel like 3 is the correct number for the boost, just so that you don't, you know, play too many, see too many, and then just be in a bad situation, right? And then for the rush characters we're playing, I am playing 2 of the Gear 2 Monkey D. Luffy from EBO2. This card, in my personal opinion, is absolutely insane. So I am playing 2 of this purely to end the game. We're going to drop this and we are going to kill our opponent. We obviously have to -2 active Don, but that's not a problem because it's only going to be 1 active Don thanks to our leader's ability. So I think this card is absolutely insane in this deck specifically as well, just because you're getting the ability for essentially free, and also you gain rush on play for a 6 cost 7k rush. So in my opinion, this card is great, perfect. You want to run it in the deck. I only run 2 because it's searchable and it's only really needed for the end of the game. So we only really need 2 of it. Next, for the other rush cards, we play 4 Sanji. This card is just great as well. It synergizes great with the leader, -2 Don, gets us 2 back, gives us an active Don, and we can go ahead and rest 6 cost or less blockers on top of that to go ahead and swing on our opponent. The card is just very, very strong and worth playing at 4. And then the last rush that we are actually playing is 3 Kaido. This card, in my opinion, is also very, very strong in this deck specifically, and if you don't want to play it, you can easily change this out for the 9 cost Luffy instead. I just prefer this because of its ability, which says -5 Don, and then you KO to one of your opponent's characters of a cost of 6 or less, and then this gains rush. So essentially, I'm getting to remove a character of a decent cost, and then I'm also going to rush my opponent down, which is very, very nice. Removal plus rush is always very, very strong. This card, in my opinion, is great and perfect for this kind of deck. So we go ahead and play that as well. It's not searchable, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's still a very, very good card. And then for like the lesser cards, but the cards that are still pretty decent and needed, we're playing 2 Sanji just so we can have that free cost blocker and a 2k counter. We're playing 2 Usohachi. This was a bit of a debate for me where I wanted to play 4 of this, but I felt like because I'm playing the Kaidos and also because I'm playing the Sanji, I don't need it as much as I can need other cards, so chose to play 2 of it, and I feel like that is fine as a number. And then we are also playing 4 Suru. Suru is an interesting one, which I think a lot of people might think, why are you playing it? And the reason I'm playing it is just because it's a 2k counter that decreases the opponent's cost. So I wanted some form of cost reduction in the deck to go along with the Kaido and the Sanji that we're playing, so we can essentially still hit 8 cost and 7 cost characters characters, which I think are still somewhat of a problem, and I felt like Suru was just the best option out of all of the cards that do reduce cost, so I'm chose to play 4 of it because it's not searchable and it does the job that I actually want it to do. So we are playing for Suru as well, and then the last card that we're actually playing is obviously for Gum Giant. This is the best counter in the game. -2 Don, trash 1 card, gain 4k counter, and also then draw 2 cards. This card is by far the best counter card in the entire game, and yeah, we definitely want to play 4 of it, because if our leader is 7k, then we got to 11k. So yeah, just very, very strong and important. But yeah, guys, that is all of it. That is the deck I have kind of constructed for Black Purple Luffy. It's the build that I think is going to do the best. Like, there are obviously changes that you could personally make. You could play 4 Zoro Juro over 3 Law. You could play any other builds. You could play the Luffy over the Kaido. You could try and change things. You could put Gear 2 in the deck. Like, you could try a load of different things, but this is just my personal build for now. There is obviously chances that this may change in the future, but I wanted to give you guys a deck profile, show you what I think this deck will look like going forward, and yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinions. But guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what you might change in this deck, what you might put in this deck. Tell me all of that in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist, signing out. Later, all.